right, let's try it now.
Now, like I explained, do you understand what I mean? You can take one look at my television face, and you know that I didn't get all these miles on my puss in one lifetime. So I'm subject to be a reincarnation cat. And I am. And I know the Marquis de Sade just like an old wild Lyle the Wild. Sports car flip. Wild Lyle the Wild, Marquis de Sade, both dug the same scene. Marquis de Sade, or Sade, or Sade Sade, or Sade Sade, as you like it. He was the kind of cat believing having a good time, enjoying himself, calling all the cats in, and everybody enjoy, have a nice time, understand me? And the chicks dancing, and the music playing, and the juice going, and the goodies here and there, and the little fish at the back and one thing and another, carrying on real crazy and cool, and the neighbors get green-eyed, report the cat, and bad rap him ever stepped away. Now, if you know anything about the Marx history, you read his philosophy. He claimed if you was cutting down a real crazy, cool country road, and you saw a pretty little chick standing in front of a tree with a lettuce petticoat, and she looked so groovy and so wild and so sweet and so fine, you walk right up to her and you look her right dead into the soul of her eyes, and you say to her, baby, it's you and me behind the tree. And she say, no, she's going against nature. So then the cat know you can't do that. Now you take the case of Eloise, Louise, Eloise. Case number 711-294, XBCDIC, number 7, book 5, chapter 11, library 10. Now he knew this chick didn't have no gold. So he pressed the fin into her palm. He said, baby, let's cut up to my pad and suck up a little good juice and listen to some good wax and carry on a little bit and have yourself a ball. She said, cool, cool. So she took his wing and started making it to the pad. And he got halfway there and just happened to pass the Boych and Rod stove. So the Mark says, excuse me a minute, sugar. He cut inside and picked up on 12 long, lean, multicolored, children's circus day, delicate style, beautifully balanced pony whips. Whew, took the chick's wing, made it to the pad, and a bad rap the polecat ever stepped away. Now, why did he pick up on them 12 long thin ones? He knew this chick was a square. He knew she was not with the scene. He knew she was an octagon head. And he knew it would be the wrong thing to do to put such a square chick as she was up against such a tight stud as he was on the bed of high sensuous consequence without anointing the chick a little bit, and it done bad rapped him ever stepped away. Now you take the scene with the two Marx buddy cats, the two chicks and two studs. They're sitting in a little gin joint on the petticoats of Paris, cutting up the Marx latest gangbang. Carrying on, you know, remembering and so on and so forth. And finally, boom, the door whammed open, in walks a stud about 9'2", built like a mortal anvil, with a face like a diamond hatchet, money falling out all his pockets, diamonds and emeralds sparkling on his ring fingers. He's come swanging in the room like a giant mother non-stop cyclops, and he hit these cats sitting at the tables, a subconscious button so hard, they find themselves standing on their feet in the deep low bow to this cat, joined the table, never laid eyes on him before in their life. Turned out to be Prince Minsky. And Prince Minsky was a kind of a cat that'd been there and back, gone there again, picked it up, rolled it, stomped it, flipped it, cut it, gassed it, sliced it, put it together again, kicked it around, put it down, put it up, put it in, put it out, took it there, left it there, kicked it, threw it, blew it, and shoo it, wanged it, danged it, and banged it, made every mother scene there was to make. He was a cat clean out of this mother swinging sphere, was Prince Minsky. And he's a multi mother multi-millionaire. He's the kind of a cat surrounded with golden dikes. Anybody say, I don't know. He covered with gold for the cat. He's busy picking up the money, can't complain no more. And he has spies all over the damn world picking up pretty bitches for him, left and right. Real crazy, freakish chicks, you know, toothless, because he got to get his kicks. And he had the payoff paid off. Understand what I mean? So he's a real crazy cat, and this cat is sitting there and let me hip thee. He is not spending his money. He is coming on like Vesuvius reaching for Pompeii. He's blowing his gold. And the number 2 bus boy out on the circle 19 feet out is making $15, $20 a damn minute picking up the short change. The number 2 waiters is dropping out of the pockets. So this cat is swinging. So when eventually say, well, you know, I dig you cats pretty good. He say, you all right? Say, well, we enjoy you too. We really do, sir. He said, well, that's nice, because I got a potty pad right over the hill here. Say, everything have a good time. We'd say, how'd you like to join me out? They said, how long can I stay? He said, as long as you like. So they paid the tab, and they cut up. And they cut out of the place. And these cats expect to walk outside and you know what I mean, have them, Minsky raised his hand and had the coach in 12 come swinging up. Instead of that, he takes off right through the mother prime evil. Turned out to be a Mohegan head, see. Tail breaking miles right through the mother prime evil. If you turn these cats loose an hour after they cut out, they'd never made it back anyway, so they're forced to stay with the cat. Finally come to a black lake with a blue boat on it. So Minsky said, get in. Whap, they did. He took the tiller, went, boom, them both shot out in the middle of the lake. And all these 2 cats and two chicks, they're real shook up now. They're real shook up. They're with this mad cat, and he's got them. They don't know where they're going, but their mother knows they're on the way. And finally they look out in the distance, looks like some clouds tied to the water. And their eyes finally fall in, and they pierce out, and they look and they see it's a wall. But it's a wall to stop all walls. And God knows how high it is, but it must be 1,192 foot thick with a small uranium door in the middle of it. And the Mark kicks up his old Minsky kicks up his big old stalk leg, and boom, hit that big bucket. Door swam open, these cats go through, and boom, that mother closed like doomsday's break. So they go underground, and they kind of come to another door, and this underground door, and bam, that slam. Up to the drawbridge, down across, up again, across, they come to a wall, man, like they bent over backwards doing them Italian acrobatic stunts. This wall was so high, God knows how thick, with a small brass door in it. And the minute that door opened, they zoom, bam, bam, that mother slammed like 42 hustlers breaking the supersonic magoo from the way out blue. And the minute that happened, he turns on them in this big room, and he says, I'm the baddest cat in this whole world. He said, ain't nothing I ain't done. He said, I've committed rape, I've committed murder. He said, I've cross-cutted, I've slipped under, I've sliced over. He said, I've made every kind of a bad move there is to be made. He said, I'm the king of bad cats. He said, I'm the baddest cat in this whole world. He said, I went over this world time and time again, studying scientifically how to be a bad cat. He said, I'm the baddest cat in this whole world, but you cats all right, you my buddy cats, sit down. And they did. So when they sat down, they did a take, and they did a 4-way response to Minsky, because they found out that the chairs that they were sitting on was composed of skeleton bones. Picks up on the take, he said, the Minsky picks up on the take, he said, yeah, I ate them cats last week. Well, he said, I suppose you boys was hungry. Oh, say, anytime you better know, need to hurry away. Said, they were so shook up and so beat by this long stomping march, they're so hungry they can't hardly think of what they're doing. They're so flipped on out there. If their rectum had, if their throat had been, rectum had been the throat, they'd been drooling through it. Yeah. So he says, well, I know you all gourmet heads. Yes, we know Debbie is too. And but he said, I prepared a big feast for you inside. He wants to come inside and enjoy it. So opening it up, boom, they go inside. There's a big banquet table there about 15 feet wide and 32 feet long, loaded with goodies from goodies, sitting with 17 Christmas, 42 Thanksgiving. 9,000 natal days.